Hey guys, how's it going? Danconia here. Welcome back to the Overwatch Breakable Barriers Roundup. I guess I can call that now because I think this is gonna stick around this tournament, which is really cool. So this is the North American version of the Roundup, where we go through obviously the tournament that took place in North America. Yesterday we went through the Europe, Middle East and Africa region of the tournament, but America is where the memes really did come to the forefront. So, okay, I want to go through first of all, one thing, because there wasn't much to say about the qualifying stages. We had a lot of really good names in this tournament, and I kind of want to do a video on its own of picking out some of the best names I've seen during these two tournaments for the two regions. So I'll leave that for another one, but we've had things like Bad Pashimari's Goon Squad. We've had Paul Dravin. I guess you can probably guess who was on that team, Beaver. But there's been a lot of really cool teams coming into this one, and there's been more stream teams in NA than there have been in EU. EU was a bit more serious with a lot of academy teams and contenders teams taking part. We are going to skip straight to the round of 16 because there isn't too much to go over in the qualification stages. There wasn't a lot of upsets. So, in the round of 16s, we had the Jeffrons taking on OK Boomer. Now, OK Boomer... OK Boomer is the first of our meme teams. OK Boomer was probably one of the most notable teams in the competition. It had Kabaji, I'm 37, JNATHYN, XQC, Sleepy, Frogger, Kevin Durant, and Canellery, or Nellery. I'm not sure whether the K is silent, so I don't know about that one. But OK Boomer was definitely one of the meme teams of this competition. Unfortunately, XQC and Kabaji only took part in the qualification stages. We didn't see XQC and Kabaji during the round of 16 and there onwards, because I believe XQC was casting a LOL tournament for Tyler 1, so, and I don't know where Kabaji was. Sleeping, probably, knowing Kabaji. But it was, it was really interesting. They went up against the Jeffrons, they won, and they would go through to the quarterfinals. Who would they take on? Would it be Yo-Yes or Pashtun Patriots? So, Pashtun Patriots, really good team. Yo-Yes, another really good team. Yo-Yes had some players we know of: Mudkip, Elk, Asking, Speedily, Salty, and Mikey. Pashtun Patriots, Isaiah, Caden, Hegan, Shredlock, Iron, Flubby, Hello, I'm Halo. And it was actually a pretty close game. It was actually a pretty close match, but Yo-Yes do manage to clutch it out. Again, I've talked about Asking before. This guy's good. This guy's good. And the footage in the background is, I believe, of Yo-Yes. And Asking is A, by the way, in the roster. So, then we move on, and we have Scion Esports taking on Havoc. They won that one 3-0. Scion Esports will go through. And then we have the Carolina Kumas taking on Team Betrayal. So, Betrayal, another one of these teams with a lot of names you'll know about. Red Shell, Luke Mino, Gail Adelaide, Bowie, or Bowie, depending on how you say it. I would say Bowie in the UK, you lot would say Bowie in America. Parker, Harblue, Valentine, Silksred, and Kephrii. This was a pretty close one, but Betrayal did win out 3-2. They've got a lot of good players on the roster, so they would move on to take on Scion Esports in the quarterfinals. Then we had Weekend Pug taking on Sox Gourmet. Sox Gourmet, another decent roster. Sox, obviously. A10, iRemix, Pika, Titawat, False, Lep, and Ultraviolet. Really good team going around there. They got through against Weekend Pug. Then, bring on another meme. Meme Dream Team on Stream. Oh, I'm glad I got that right. I didn't muck it up. Jake, J3, Custer, Cloneman 16, Fran, and Avast. So, Custer wasn't on support because they already had Fran and Avast, so Custer was playing main tank, I believe, which was a sight to behold. Obviously, Jake and Custer just retired from the Overwatch League. Fran was going into Contenders and then pulled out of Revival, I believe, so Avast obviously doing a lot of casting, and J3 ex-pro as well. Now, they got through against Polar Ace. Polar Ace, decent team, they really did put up a fight against Mean Dream Team on Stream! I knew I was going to get it wrong. But they did win 3-0 in the end, Mean Dream Team. So they move on to the quarterfinals, and they will take on Sox Gourmet. And then we saw Team Hannah. They lost to Old Man Strength. Some of these names, I love it. And then Mizu Esports lost to Goats. Yes, that name. I don't believe it's the original Goats. I don't know whether it's a rip-off of the old Goats or whether it is the old Goats and they've reformed. I don't know for sure. But they've got an icon and everything, so... Goats! Yes, Goats. They couldn't play it, though. So, moving on to the quarterfinals. OK Boomer versus Yo Yes. OK Boomer, yeah. This was the end of the run for OK Boomer. Yeah, they didn't have XQC, they didn't have Kabaji. Kevin Durant is just crazy on the Doomfist. But Yo Yes really proved the quality with the likes of Asking, Speedily, Salty, Mikey, Mudkip and Elk. And they managed to see off OK Boomer 3-0, ending their time in this competition. Then we had Scion Esports taking on Betrayal. Yeah, Scion Esports won this one. Wait, hold on. No, we need to slow this down to 0.25 speed. Hold on. Someone's got to be hacking. Someone has to be hacking. This can't be right. Betrayal lost. Kephrii lost. Someone must be hacking. Scion Esports would move on to the semi-finals. Then we had Soxgame taking on the Mean Dream team on stream. I'm gonna get that right. Soxgame have got a really good team. Mean Dream team obviously have a good team. You know, can have some really good players in their ex-Overwatch League and all that, but they did struggle against Soxgame, and Soxgame have again got a lot of current contenders players and ex-Overwatch League players. Tita Watt obviously played for Team Thailand in the World Cup, or almost played in the World Cup for Team Thailand. He played in the prep for the World Cup anyway. And Soxco may actually knock out the Mean Dream team on stream. I should just call them the Mean Dream team. 3-1. I hope the Mean Dream team on stream does return for, I think, apparently I've heard rumours that there's going to be another competition next week. And if there is, I am all for it, because this has been an absolute blast to watch, to do videos on, so I'm hoping that we get some more of it. But Soxco May will go through to the semi-finals, but who would they face? It's between Old Man Strength and Goats. Goats did lose to Old Man Strength, so Old Man Strength will go through to the semi-finals. Goats find themselves going home. Just like Goats did a couple of months ago. Okay, semi-finals then. Yo Yes taking on Scion Esports. This was actually fairly straightforward for Yo Yes. They managed to get a 3-0 victory over Scion Esports. Scion Esports, fun fact about Scion Esports, they did have some interesting players on their team, including PMA Jellies. You probably heard of PMA Jellies before. He's done a lot for the workshop in terms of training stuff and stuff like that. Really good guy in the community, and he was part of the Scion Esports, but they did lose to Yo Yes. Yo Yes would move on to the final of the NA bracket. And then we had the game between Soxco May and Old Man Strength. Soxco May, unfortunately, the run was over, and they did lose to Old Man Strength 3-1. Old Man Strength go through to the final to take on Yo Yes. But the problem is, Yo Yes have looked darn good all tournament, and they managed to beat Old Man Strength in the final 3-1. And so Yo Yes will take the first title of Open Division Breakable Barriers NA. I think deservedly so as well. I mean, Yo Yes have looked really, really good. I cannot get over how Asking is not in Overwatch League. I still will never understand it. And I don't think he is going to be in Overwatch League now, because most of the players and contenders, if they don't know that they're being picked up, or aren't close to being picked up, they basically know they're kind of out of luck right now. So, unfortunate, but damn, this guy's good. This guy's good. So that rounds it up for NA. And it's, again, I've loved watching NA, because NA's been a real memer, to be honest, and it's been a bit more free-willed compared to EU, because especially in NA we saw OK Boomer in the qualification stages and stuff like that play dive, and there was a lot of interesting stuff going on, and everyone just had a real laugh. And this is what the great thing about this tournament has been: everyone's had a real laugh and really enjoyed themselves. Like, everyone's been enjoying themselves, even XQC. And that's not an easiest thing to do. that they've all had a really, really good time. And if this, I've heard that perhaps there might be another one next weekend. I've heard that Emong, especially on his stream, he said if there was another one, he'd probably be interested in doing it, which would be cool to see him in it as well. I'd love to see this continued, because this has been some of the most fun Overwatch we've seen in a very, very long time. And it's nice to perhaps take it a little bit less seriously than usual. It's been kind of like a practice tournament for some teams ahead of Contenders 2020. And it's also been just a great laugh for some of these meme teams like OK Boomer and Mean Dream Team on stream. And also Team XD in Europe. So I'd love to see this return continuously, because it would be great to see. Bit like Fortnite Friday was originally for Fortnite. I'd love to see something like this in this fashion for Overwatch, and it would be awesome to see. And yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there for this one. I will probably do a video on all these names, because there are some great names, and I haven't even mentioned them all. But there have been some great names, and I love some of the names that we see in Contenders and, you know, Tier 3 and all that. Open Division. Some of the names of these teams are absolutely fantastic, and they give me a great laugh, so I'll probably go through that at some point. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and by the way, I've wanted to do that Kephrii meme for a while. See you then!